Hello folks, and welcome to another video. And yeah, I got in the mail another Gikfun. Yeah, hopefully it's not hazy looking, because I don't have the camera light on. It's just the LED camera that's on my workstation. Um, so and yeah, this one is it's the same thing except for a different layout. And I think on the other one, the U1 chip was screwed up, because I had that. I bought it like 3 years ago, and just now decided, hey, let's give it a shot and put it together. And I think the U1 chip is this little booger is still in the packaging, and I think that one's the one that's messed up. That's the one that controls the blinking, and the U2 chip, which is the bigger one. Here it is, in this packaging, controls the turning the light on. So the U1 controls the blinking, the U2 controls the turning on the lights. And I think in my case, that little controller chip, the U1 chip, was broken or messed up. And because, like I said, I can get them to light up, but they wouldn't blink. So the U2 chip was working. The U1 chip wasn't working because it wasn't blinking. It was just lit up. Everything was lit up. So let me put this one together, and hopefully, I think the last time it took me 2 days and about 2 hours. Well, actually 3 hours. It took me 2 days and 3 hours. So I worked about an hour and a half each day on it. And again, that was my first SMD board. So this one should take me about maybe 2 hours, just one day, get it done. Or if I'm lazy, I'll spend an hour, and then spend another hour tomorrow, and get it finished. Yeah, you can see the reflection from the LED, the circular LED light that I use on the workstation. And there it is. Oh yeah, for some reason they taped the chips, these two chips, and they marked them with yellow dye of some sort. Those chip goes over here. There's a QF-P44 and this QF-P44. So basically they're the same size chip, and they look like they're going to be a bitch to put on. I'll probably have to put like solder on here, and then use the heat gun or the SMD heat gun to melt the solder and get the chip on there, because I don't think there's, even with the USB microscope, I don't think I'm skilled enough basically to get it on, to get the solder on there without them overlapping or getting them bridged. Basically, that's when your solders cross. It's called bridging. Well, I'll give it a try and see. All right. Be back when I get this done, or something comes up. Hello folks, and I guess welcome to update. So yesterday I spent pretty much an hour, or I guess whatever time, yeah, about an hour yesterday on the right side of the board. And as it turns out, with these Gikfun boards, the main thing you need to concentrate on to get the LEDs and all the lights flashing is the circle side. So in the case of the red board, it's going to be the left side. In the case of the blue board, it's the center. So basically the left and the right side, all of the resistors and capacitors that you're putting onto the board, those don't affect the outcome of the light pattern. And I kind of deduced that from because when I was using the hot air gun on the board, I had the fan turned up too high. I blew a couple of capacitors and a couple of resistors off the board, and for the heck of it, I was like, hey, let's test it, and the light still lit up. It didn't flash, but all the LEDs still lit up. So let me plug up my not so handy. This way I don't have to use this. This way I don't have to solder the cable. All right, here we go. And it's flashing. So that means that, at least for this board, my U1 controller chip is actually working. Yeah, I think the other one, this little chip here was probably damaged. Again, I had that thing for like 3 years before I decided to put it together. And this one's pretty much brand new, just came in the mail a couple of days ago. Like I said, I spent like an hour yesterday. These were a pain in the ass to get soldered. I tried the old method of putting down some flux, putting solder onto the board, and then using the heat gun, getting them lined up, because these are like super dinky. Getting them lined up was a pain in the ass, but I finally got both. These two were the one that took like 40 minutes. And after I got these installed, these and all of these capacitors and these transistors took me like 20 minutes to get those on there. All right, so once it completes, I'll be back. Hopefully, it's looking good so far. And again, if you got one of these Gikfun boards, these are basically for practice. Again, it doesn't affect the outcome of the light. You have to concentrate on this side. And again, on the blue one, concentrate on the center. And all right, folks. So it is completed. Move the wire out of the way, and let's test it out and see. Actually, I already tested and it works. So, but for show and tell purpose, there you go. And that is how it's supposed to look. Let me dim the light some. There you go. And yeah, so on this one, all of the chips and all of the computer chips and such worked. So of course, success. And like I said, I spent like an extra hour on the blue board, the Gikfun board. I may order another one, and of course, I'll probably install the centerpiece first, and I'll probably do an install video, and hopefully I don't goof it up. But yeah, but this one again, this is the chip that controls the flashing. This chip controls the turning on of the LEDs. And again, on my other board, this one was broken, more than likely. And yeah, because at first, I saw in the video, it's just a few lights were lighting up. I put the hot air gun on this one, reflowed it, and then all of the LEDs lit up, but they weren't flashing in sequence. It was just they're all lit up, which told me that this chip was broken. And who knows what could have happened in the 3 years? A magnet or something could have got to it, and because I have a bunch of stuff, bunch of junk on my desk, and a piece of magnet or something could have gotten on and messed with it, and of course now it's messed up. So yeah, that's it. So this one works. Turn the light back on. So this one works. Success. Finally got one that I can actually test, and it works. And again, if I still have my FM radio, if I can ever find an analog turn knob radio, I'll test that one, do a video on it. And thanks for watching, folks. And I guess I'll probably order another blue board, Gikfun blue board, and put it together, and hopefully it works. Alrighty.